securing 33 first-round knockout with your punching power, and still no world title.
Just after halfway.
Sounds crazy, right? These are the 10 hardest punchers in boxing history. 10. Lennox Lewis. Number 10 on our list of the hardest punchers is none other than Lennox Lewis.
The top of the head. Grant trying to fire back.
Seeing history between two such big men. This is the first knockdown, the right hand on.
With 32 knockouts in 41 victories,
Tucker, first time in his career.
he held a jaw-dropping 78% knockout rate throughout his impressive 14-year career. What made Lewis stand out was not just the sheer power behind his punches, but also his precision and strategic prowess. His ability to read opponents, coupled with deadly accuracy, showcased a level of skill and intelligence that defines a true heavyweight puncher. A highlight? The Tyson-Lewis match of 2002. In the 8th round, Lewis delivered a punch that sealed the deal, emphasizing his efficiency and lethal punching power. 9. Rocky Marciano. Number 9 on our list of the hardest punchers is the legendary Rocky Marciano. Undefeated at 49-0 with a knockout rate of a staggering 88%, he might not be the hardest puncher, but his resilience is a show stealer. Despite his smaller size by today's heavyweight standards between 184 and 189 pounds, Marciano's power was nothing short of astonishing. His overhand right was a terror for opponents, celebrated for its speed, precision, and concussive force.
9, 10, and out!
But wait, there's more fun in Marciano's arsenal. His brutal body attack, featuring hooks and uppercuts with both hands, added a dynamic flair to his punches. And let's not forget the iconic knockout of Jersey Joe Walcott in 1952.
Walcott is back to the rope. Takes a right to the jaw. Walcott is staggering. And helpless on the ropes. Right to the jaw.
Where Marciano pulled off the Susie Q, a simultaneous block and punch maneuver that left a lasting mark. 8. Bone Crusher Smith. Rolling in at number 8, we've got the hard-hitting Bone Crusher Smith, a name not as renowned as some, but trust me, his punching power is no joke. Frank Bruno, who faced both Tyson, Bone Crusher Smith, and Lewis, boldly claimed that Bone Crusher hit the hardest. Now that's saying something. Smith's reputation is solid, marked by successive round 1 knockouts against Jesse Ferguson and Walter Santamore.
Got him right this time, and I don't think Sandoval's going to make.
With 14 knockouts in 19 wins, Bone Crusher lived up to his moniker, devastating opponents with his imposing power. What set Smith apart was the leverage he got from his daunting 6', 4 inches stature and extraordinary reach. And here's a blast from the past: his 1986 bout against WBA champion Tim Witherspoon in Madison Square Garden. Smith pulled off an unexpected upset, pummeling Witherspoon in the first round with his powerful punches. A fight etched in boxing fans' memories. Stay tuned as we count down more of the hardest punchers in the ring. 7. Mike Tyson. Landing at number 7, we've got the one and only Iron Mike Tyson. And folks, we couldn't leave him out of our ranking. Tyson's power is a force to be reckoned with, thanks to the torque generated by his robust hips and large back. The man knew how to maximize his power, expertly using body movement and channeling that generated force up his legs to execute each punch with precision.
And he's down! He'll have to take the standing 8 count as he steps right up the count to 4. And
For consecutive years, Tyson held the WBA, WBC, and IBF titles simultaneously, earning the undisputed world heavyweight champion status. With an impressive KO ratio of around 75%, Tyson's punching prowess is legendary. Just take a moment to remember the 1988 bout against Michael Spinks. Tyson brutally knocked him out in a jaw-dropping 91 seconds.
get up from this. Let's almost roll that goal. Let's go down like first round knockout.
Frank Bruno, who faced Tyson twice, aptly described Tyson's punches as a sledgehammer. 6. Joe Louis. At number 6, we step back into the classic era of post-World War boxing, and it's none other than the legendary Brown Bomber, Joe Louis. Now, Joe Louis might not top the charts in terms of raw power, but what earned him this high spot is the incredible amount of power he could pack into his short punches. With punches traveling just a few inches, he still managed to knock out opponents with remarkable efficiency. This American warrior dominated the heavyweight boxing division from 1937 to 1949. And here's the jaw-dropping stat. Louis boasted a knockout rate of 83%, with 27 out of 32 victories secured by putting his adversaries on the canvas. Muhammad Ali himself noted that Louis' blows could shake your ancestors.
Down now from a right to the chin. Slow motion fall there from Maxi Bayer.
In the pantheon of the hardest punchers in boxing, Joe Louis' name shines in golden letters. 5. Vladimir Klitschko. At number 5, we've got a modern-era powerhouse in the heavyweight division that we can't overlook, Vladimir Klitschko. Ray Mercer, who faced Lewis, Klitschko, and Morrison, didn't mince words, stating, "Klitschko was a bigger and stronger guy. I really didn't know him, so when he hit me, I was like, damn, where did he come from? His jab and everything, very heavy-handed, more than Lewis." Klitschko left an indelible mark on the heavyweight scene, boasting an impressive knockout rate of 83% throughout his influential career, spanning from 1996 to 2017, with a record of 64 wins and 5 losses. What stands out is the staggering 52 victories that came by way of knockouts. And it's worth noting that many of these victories were against seasoned opponents, solidifying Klitschko's reputation as a hard puncher. 4. Sonny Liston. Breaking into the top 4, we've got the formidable Sonny Liston, a name that resonates strongly in conversations about the hardest-hitting boxers. Liston's boxing career, spanning from 1953 to 1970, showcased a consistent knack for knocking out opponents. With a record of 50 wins and 4 losses, he boasted an impressive knockout rate of 78%. Chuck Wepner, who faced both Foreman and Liston, shared his experience, stating, "It hurts if anybody hits you. I could always take it, absorb it, and come back. But with Liston, after you got hit by him, you were very weary to make that move again." George Foreman was powerful too. Probably Sonny Liston was the best puncher. Despite his losses to a young Muhammad Ali, Liston's career echoed a heavy-handed dominance that few could rival. George Foreman himself, a renowned heavyweight champion and a hard hitter in his own right, admitted that Liston was the only man I ever faced who could force me backward. 3. Deontay Wilder. Stepping into the top 3, we have the powerhouse of the modern era, Deontay Wilder. His hard-hitting punches have left an indelible mark, and it's time to acknowledge his undeniable impact. When we listen to the words of his opponents and sparring partners, it's clear that Wilder deserves his spot among the most powerful modern fighters. Eric Molina, with experience facing both Wilder and Anthony Joshua, emphasized Wilder could knock out a bull if he hit it in the head. It's just a matter of when in that fight. With a record of 43 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw, along with an astonishing knockout rating of 98%, Deontay Wilder has undoubtedly earned his place as one of the most powerful punchers in boxing history. Active since 2008, Wilder's record boasts an impressive 41 knockouts, showcasing his unparalleled power. Despite his lean appearance for a 6'7" stature, Wilder's fists deliver impact that is nothing short of extraordinary. 2. George Foreman. Landing at number 2, we have the iconic George Foreman. And there's no arguing that Big George rightfully claims his spot among the top 5 hardest hitting boxers. Even Holyfield, who faced Lewis, Tyson, Foreman, Bowe, and Foreman again, attested, "George Foreman hit me harder than any other fighter." Foreman left an indelible mark on two distinct eras of boxing, first in the late 1960s and 1970s, and then again in the late 1980s and early 90s. This legendary boxer was known not just for his bludgeoning strength, but also for surprising speed, boasting an impressive knockout rate of 89%, with a record of 76 wins, 5 losses, and a jaw-dropping 68 knockouts, 46 of them within the first 3 rounds. Foreman's resume speaks volumes about his devastating power. Perhaps the most famous and impactful knockout in his career was against Michael Moorer in 1994. Despite being outscored in all rounds and visibly fatigued, Foreman launched a right hand that kissed Moorer's gloves before sending him sprawling to the canvas. 1. Ernie Shavers. Taking the crown as the #1 hardest puncher in boxing, we have Ernie Shavers, and this designation is purely based on the opinions of his opponents and sparring partners. Muhammad Ali, who faced the likes of George Foreman, Frazier, Shavers, Lyle, Liston, and Norton, once humorously remarked, "Ernie Shavers hit me so hard it shook my kinfolk back in Africa, stronger than Joe Frazier and George Foreman." Larry Holmes, a formidable boxer who fought Norton, Tyson, Shavers, and Bone Crusher Smith, emphatically stated, "Ernie hit me harder than any other fighter, including Mike Tyson. He hit me, and I was face down on the canvas hearing saxophonist Jimmy Tillis." Active from 1969 to 1983, with a record of 68 wins, 14 losses, and 1 draw, Shavers showcased his power right from the outset. An astounding 33 out of his 68 knockouts were secured within the first round. While Ernie Shavers may not have achieved legendary status like Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, perhaps due to never winning a world title and several losses, his punching power remains unparalleled in the eyes of those who faced him. An undisputed heavyweight force, Shavers leaves an enduring legacy as the hardest puncher in the history of boxing. Enjoying the content? Don't miss out on the latest updates. Hit that like button and subscribe to stay tuned for more exciting videos. Your support means the world to us.